Hey team, how you doing? It's Gavin here from the Growing Younger team, and today's video is our Workout Wednesday video, and it's about how to get a stronger back, okay? So all those muscles at your back. And what we find is a lot of people don't really pay any attention to the back muscles in the back, okay? Probably because they don't see them, don't see any relevance, but there's some really big importance that you must put on your back muscles, because ultimately, if you think of anything, okay, they stabilize your whole core and posture to a degree. So if I had something heavy in front of me, okay, and I push it out in front of me, all the muscles at the back need to sort of contract and tense up a little bit for me to hold this out in front of my body. If I hold it in here, it doesn't need to do that, okay? So the back muscles actually keep us upright in everything that we do. They're responsible for anything, any pulling, any like pulling down this way or pulling towards you, and it very rarely gets sort of worked out, okay? The other thing as well is your posture as well. So when you row and do pulling exercises, it strengthens all the muscles in the upper back, the middle of the back, and all this sort of area here to help increase your posture. It's going to save you having back pain. It's going to make you stronger, more durable, more functional. And lots of people that come into the Growing Younger gym basically say, I need to increase my upper body strength. And this exercise is going to do that. So this exercise is a lat pull down, lateral pull down, okay? And the lat means latissimus dorsi, which are these big, huge muscles there. And they come up under your sort of rib cage, and they come all the way down, and they hook in, round into the back there. So it's a really big muscle that we're working on, okay? And when you're pulling, there's a couple of planes of movement that we do. And the standard pulling is pulling towards our body, a horizontal pull, and then there's a vertical pull that comes down. And this exercise that we're gonna focus on is the vertical pull, all right? So it doesn't matter where you are, what gym you're in, this back exercise is absolutely everywhere, okay? In our gym, we've got different variations of it, but I'm going to show you how to set it up and do it right. So we're going to be using this machine here, and all we're going to do, we're going to adjust the pillar to the top. I'm going to take this attachment off. That's not what we need. And then what we're going to do, there's a couple of different bars that you can do this exercise with, but ultimately, it's the same exercise, right? So we've got this big bar here with the handles on, and we've got this straight bar here. So today I'm going to demonstrate it with a straight bar, because that's probably the most common that you're going to get in most gyms. And all you're going to do, you're going to clip it on to a high point above your head. Then obviously what you're going to need to do is you're going to find a seat to sit on just in front of the weight. I'm going to show you a couple of variations from the back, maybe from the side and to the front if I can do it, okay? So you just choose a weight, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And what you're going to do, you're going to grab the handles just about shoulder width apart. So you can see there's handles on the side. That's probably a bit too wide for most people. And you're just going to bring it to about shoulder width apart. Then what you're going to do, if you can touch your shoulders with your ears, what I want you to do is depress the shoulders down. That's going to set the sort of set the shoulders, give you a bit more stability to be able to pull this weight. And what you're going to do, you're going to pull down to the top of the chest. You're going to hold it for a second and slowly take it back out, all by keeping those shoulders depressed. You don't want to be doing this at the end of every rep. You're going to keep them locked down, and you're going to pull. And when you pull down, try and put those elbows and squeeze them back behind the body, and then the bar will touch the top of your chest. And you come up, and you're going to pull straight back down again. So from the side, I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so same thing. So you're going to depress your shoulders, stick your chest out, and bring the bar so it kind of touches your chest if you've got the flexibility to do that. If you can only come in here, that's cool. Just work on trying to pull it back down a bit further, okay? Come back up and back down. And from the front, about there, can bring it down, and you can see it's touching the top of my chest if you can, okay? And I'm keeping those shoulders locked down and not letting them drift, okay? So the other options that you've got with a lat pull down is that you've got sort of the underhand grip as well. So the underhand grip is more under here. And all you're gonna do, you're gonna pull this down to the chest. Now, this is a good exercise for if people have got kind of sore shoulders, and when they pull them out, and it's a bit sticky back there, okay? And the underhand grip can actually alleviate a lot of that pressure. simply because when your elbows are closer to your body, you usually have less stress on the joint. Not always, but majority of the time. Very similar. The only real difference is you get a bit more bicep activation. So when you're pulling down in close this way, your biceps get way more work done on them, and they help a lot more than if it's wider, okay? Again, biceps don't get a lot of, they do help a little bit, but not as much as the sort of narrow grip, okay? So what I'd like you to do though is practice on the wider one for this, this particular exercise, the lat pull down, wider. In underside, more of a chin-up grip, okay? Both the variations both do very well. The other thing that you get with the underhand grip is that you get a bit more of a stretch on the sort of lat there. You feel it stretching up, as opposed to widening out, you don't get that stretch. But both valid variations. Give both a try maybe if you want. You can, you know, I don't mind. But the lat pull down, the traditional way to do it is a hands overhand grip. So in terms of like how many reps you should be doing, so for us, and for our clients and the over kind of 40 crowd, it's more about functional, more about being functionally strong as opposed to lifting them up the highest amount of weight possible. So if you go within the 12 to 15 reps, so you do 12 or 15, and what I'd like you to do is kind of be challenged within the 12 to 15 rep range, which means that you could either, you know, you might not be able to do more than 12, but you shouldn't be able to do more than 15. And 16 is probably too much where your form starts to slip. So, you know, you get to 10, 12, 13 starts to get hard, 14 is starting to get harder, and 15 is hard, but then 16 you actually can't get your arms back behind your body. That's probably where you want to be. That's the kind of weight you want to be using. And what does that look like in kilos? Well, it's dependent on you, isn't it? It's dependent on how strong you are right now. And you just got to figure out. So that rep range is a good idea of where you should be, all right? How many times a week? So if you could do this exercise 3 times a week, it would be really good. If you're a complete beginner and you've never done it before, then once a week's going to be fine, but build up to 3 times per week. Rep ranges 12 to 15. Sets, try and do 9 across the week. So you do 3 sets on a Monday, 3 sets on a Wednesday, 3 sets on a Friday. That'll take you to 9 reps. That's a good amount of volume per se to be able to get stronger in this exercise and have the benefits. But again, it's a sliding scale. If you've never done this before and you've never exercised before, once a week is going to be absolutely fine. Then you can build up to 2 times a week, then 3 times a week, and then that's going to be about right for you moving forward. So that's my workout tip. Lateral pull down, really good exercise. Give it a try if you're in the gym. If you're part of the Growing Younger community and it isn't in your workout program and you'd like to try it, tell one of the trainers, we can pop that in for you and we can show you how to do it. Have a good day, guys. Leave a comment down below. Give it a like, give it a share, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.